Welcome back. So today we are going to be working on a. Wait a minute. I haven't. Uh, I haven't written down. Don't be right. Whatever we are doing somewhere, or is it like live notes? Yeah, that's it. So live notes for episode 16. Oops, that's in live notes. Okay, so like this and like this. Here it is. And let me see. Yeah, I think we are good. So build a finance app for couples. And this is going to be quite different than what you usually do. So I'm going to plan first with so this is an empty.hit directory. Okay, so by the way, I have forgotten to turn on background music or something like that. So wait, there was the crash. So this is an empty.hit directory. So this is an empty.hit directory. This is an empty hit just init the hit folder. I want you okay, I want you to ask me as many questions as you need to in order to be able to build a financial app for couples. Okay, so then at the end of our conversation, you should write plan markdown so that another LLM knows what to implement and how. Okay, so here there are some starting points. There would be two different users. Couple member A and couple member B. Let me see. there are virtual bank there are virtual bank accounts which we cannot know its saldo. Yeah. How the hell do you say saldo in how the hell do you say saldo in English? Balance. Yeah, that's right. It's balance. But we need to keep track of how much money we owe to it, or how much money the virtual bank account owes to the specific couple member. Okay, so there are also virtual personal accounts that keep track personal accounts mapped to a couple member that keeps track of how much money is owed or the other to the other couple member, or how much money the other couple member owes to us. There are also virtual expenses track records associated to different topics so that we can keep track of those expenses. So let me so example 1, couple member A buys euros buys 10 euros with topic chocolate to couple member B. Okay, that ends up in couple member B owing 10 more euros. addition to what it already owed. Then owes to couple member A. Example 2, couple member A takes 20 euros from virtual bank account 1 in order to pay cleaning third party service 1 expense. So that's okay because the expense is couple is aimed to satisfy the couple. So example 3, couple mode takes 20 out of virtual account in order to pay himself a gift. Given that this is not aimed at couple expense, but to a personal couple member A expense, then this means couple member A owes those 20 euros to the virtual bank account 1. Currency to be used, euros, dollars, whatever, would be set once at the very start of the app. What more examples can I do? So also we might want to specify how the money is being acquired. So something like an extraction method, which is bank transfer, ATM extract, cash extract, in addition to the usual stuff we do. So now it's going to ask me questions on how to do this, and at the end it should wait a minute. And at the end of our conversation, you should write a plan back down so that another LLM know what to implement and how. To produce a useful implementation plan in decision these areas, you can answer by number. Product scope, text type, this and that. Oh my god. How many questions there are. Shortcuts. Oh my god. So now I'm going to ask this thing. Why the hell are so many questions? Answer as many as you can. Okay, so I want you to create a markdown file. Do not commit it. That contains your questions, one per line, and then a space so that I can reply down there. I would use that so that to answer your questions. Something like, and now we're going to find this one to something like, so this is number 1 and this is number 2. Okay, I wonder if you want to support more than one couple. Something like, do I want to reply? So something like this. Okay, so now I want every questions that it create this and that, and then I will reply here with another fork, because otherwise questions MD does not exist. I am adding it without touching hit history. So now it's going to put all of the questions in one place so that it's easier to look at that. JIT is dead. JJ version control system, simpler JIT alternative. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I could just reply, you know what I mean? With if I could just say, okay, I have replied in answers.md, go ahead and read that, instead of just copy and paste in the yeah, we actually want this to be in the conversation. Okay, so we have question. Let's create answers in any case, but we will see later on what we do with this. Okay, look at that. Now we have something. We should have put one more space, maybe. I don't know. Should this be a web app, mobile app, desktop app, CLI, or API first backend? Mobile app. Mobile app. Is this for one fixed couple only, or should the app support many couples accounts? You should be able to support many couples accounts, but when you switch. You should be able to support many couples accounts. If there's only one couple account, it should not prompt you which couple to choose from when adding new transactions or similar. Should couple member AB be hard-coded concept or normal users with names? Normal users with names. This is intended for personal, private, or production-ready app. Personal, private use, but it might be a production-ready app in the future. Should the first version local only or require online section? Let's do the first version local only, but its design should be able to support online sync later on. Do you have a preferred stack? That's a very good question. No, I have not. Should I shoot the stack if you have? Yes. Do you want authentication login in version 1? Not for now. Let's simulate authentication by choosing the couple, hard-coded couple names at the very start. Should the app be as progressive? No, I don't think that's supported nowadays. Should the app expose an API for future mobile clients? No. Is currency selected once per couple during setup? Yes. Should multiple currency ever be supported later? Maybe with a trouble mode that enables to temporarily switch the currency. But now, if you need to travel to another country, you would duplicate your couple with couple name travel to New York with dollars with USD selected by default. You would duplicate your couple with couple name with USB selected by default, and then later on you can disable it so that you can archive it, so it isn't asked when you add a new transaction. Should money be stored as an integer thence minor units. That's very good question. Whatever it's more accurate. I prefer to store it as regular currency. Preferred at regular currency with 2 decimals. But if it can't be stored properly due to how numbers are stored, then yes, use integer for the cents, and the UI should show the actual currency separated by decimal separator. Should currency follow local follow local settings, but then at the couple setup you can change those local. Follow mobile local settings. You can change. You can override those local settings. Can either member enter transactions for both people? Yes. Do both members have equal permissions? Yes. Should transaction record who created them? Yes. Should edits deletion be tracked with another? Yes. Should the member be able to mark transaction as review confirmed? I don't think this is actually needed. But yeah. Are couple expenses split 50-50 by default? Yes. Couple expenses splits 50-50 by default. Yes. But couple expenses. But if the money comes from a couple virtual bank account, couple own virtual bank account, then there's no need to split anything. Should expenses support custom split percentages? Yes, sometimes one of the couple members might be more or less generous. Expenses support paid for owed party, but yes, that's the same thing as I think. Should expenses support one member owing the whole amount to the other? Yes. Should the app always calculate the net balances automatically from transaction history? Yes. Should balances be deductible manually or only adjusted through transactions? Only through. Balances should be editable manually in the setup process. After the setup process is done, you should only be able to adjust balances through transactions. During the setup processes, you cannot add transactions. Should delete and edit the past transaction recompute all balances? Yes. Should the app support settlement payments between members? Yes. That would be another form of transaction, or maybe we could call it movement. You can come up with your own idea. You can come with your own name, so that when something is added, it can be either a transaction or a settlement. Okay, what exactly does a virtual account represent? Share, cash pool, real external envelope, measured debt ledger. It can represent shared cash pool, real external bank account, but the thing is that the virtual bank account, but the thing is that one member can owe money to the virtual bank account, but it can either return to it by paying it into advance, but by it can it can represent or both of them. Okay, so one member can owe money to the virtual bank account. It can either return it by paying into advance, something common of the couple, something common. At couple expenses, with his own money, something aimed at couple expenses, or it can return cash to the share cash pool, or it can make a transfer account to the real external bank account. This is less likely, so the option should be smaller in the UI. Okay, can there be multiple bank accounts? Yes, but if there is only one of them, it would be chosen by default if it's ever asked which virtual bank account to choose. Can a virtual bank account be associated with one member, both members? It should be associated to both members by default. Okay. When money is added to the virtual bank account, who is it over to? That's a very good question. When money is added to a virtual bank account, who is it over to? To the person who added the money. To the person who added the money, unless he already owed that much. There might be some other money added to the virtual bank account, but it won't be tracked. But those transactions won't be tracked by the app, and the app won't be able to track the virtual bank account actual balance, even if the app internally has a virtual balance for the virtual bank account. Virtual balance for the virtual bank account. So to the person who had the money, unless he already owed that mate. Please note, there might be some other money added to the virtual bank account, but those transactions won't be tracked by the app, and the app won't be able to track the virtual bank account actual balance, even if the app internally has a virtual balance for the virtual bank account. Okay, let's go on. When money is taken from a virtual bank account for a couple expense, should no one owe anyone? When money is taken from for a couple, that's right. That's right. No one should owe anyone, given that's right when the virtual bank account is a couple virtual bank account. In that case, no one should owe anyone, given that the main purpose of virtual bank account, couple virtual bank account, is to provide money for couple expenses. Okay. When money is taken for a personal expense, should that member owe the bank account? Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right when it's a couple virtual bank account. If it's its own personal virtual bank account, then it doesn't owe anything. Can the virtual bank account owe money to a specific member? Yes, that happens when that happens when one of the couple members accidentally or on purpose pays couple expenses with his own money. Okay, can a specific member owe money to a virtual bank account? And so again, yes, that happens when one of the couples accidentally pays his personal expenses with the virtual bank account money. Should the virtual bank account have only calculated net out values instead of a real balance? But that's a very question. It should have both of them so that the real balance represents, it should have both of them. It should have both of them, even if the real balance should be hidden by default, given that it's not particularly useful. Should deposit contributions into the virtual bank account be tracked? Yes, that's when someone contributes to the couple virtual bank account thanks to the shared cash pool representation. Should transfers between representation explained in 28. Should transfers between virtual banks accounts be supported? Yes, but under an advanced menu, given that it won't be regular default usual transaction. Is a virtual personal account simply the ledger balance between A and B? Virtual personal account. Wait a minute. Have I said anything about virtual personal account? Virtual personal accounts map to couple keeps how much money you have. So yeah, okay. I know what this is talking about. Only that we still have more to answer. Is a virtual personal account simply the ledger balance between A and B? Ledger balance. Yes, but the idea is that that is a split between A and B. Ledger balance. Yes, ledger balance. Yes, but it should also have an historic of the main idea of the virtual personal account is that the main idea of the A virtual person accounts is that it tracks money that it's went from B to A. Okay, let's discard the virtual personal account and let's create shared share personal changes. Let's create a cache settlement cache settlement that tracks how much A owes B, that tracks transactions that represents how much A owes B, how much B owes B, A sending money, sending cash to B to settle, and the other way around, B sending cash to A to settle. Cash settlement account, cash settlement account tied to the couple that tracks transaction to this and that. Should each member have exactly one virtual personal account? Virtual personal account is discarded per 39. Given one couple, there should be only one cash settlement account. Should personal accounts as one net balance. Say same thing. Virtual personal is discarded. That's it. Cash settlement account. Cash settlement account should show the net balance and state with text clearly who owes to and who owes to whom. Also, it should show you should show you text that explains if the user is owing or being owed. Should personal accounts balances include only member to mint or personal account balances? Personal accounts balances. It should include both. So that means that in addition to virtual bank accounts and cash settlement account, we should have a personal account or a personal account that just focuses on that person as a whole. Should give personal purchases by payment create debt automatically? When a transaction is entered in the app, it should specify that it's a gift. If that it's the case, it doesn't create debt. It just happens and gets tracked there with a nice gift emoticon. And what transaction types do you want in version 1? Couple expense, person expense, transfer, bank instruction, member settlement, bank deposit adjustment. Yeah, all of them. Let me see. Couple expense, personal expense, transfer, bank instruction, bank deposit, bank instruction, member set, bank deposit, transfer. That's bank deposit. No, adjustment. Yeah, maybe adjustment. And gift. Should every transaction require a date? Yes, it should default to current date and hour, but it should be able to be overwritten with a button. Should every transaction require a payer source? Yes. Should every transaction require a visual attached? Yes, I think so. Oh, wait a minute. No, you can either have a beneficiary target that actually exists on the system, such a virtual bank account or a couple member, or it could be on a store. In that case, we want description field where field that explains where this was bought, but we don't need to keep track of it as an entity. So we would just write the store name in the wizard. Should transaction support nodes description? Yes. Yes, there should be zero transactions that doesn't do anything economically, but that allows later on to settle those manually in the case that it's not clear how to do it. Should transactions support receipts images? Not right now. Should recurrent transactions be supported in version 1? No. Should transaction import export be supported? What the hell is transaction import export? Yes, I think so. For me, a transaction goes from A to B or from B to A, so it's I guess it's what you define as import export. Are topics free text labels like chocolate or predefined categories? We should be able to add text labels easily, choosing from our created categories, or just create new ones that might be added or not to. We should be able to add text labels easily choosing from our created categories. Okay, so categories are created by the user in a seamless way when adding a transaction with add to categories switch. Sorry about that. Okay, how many questions? Oh my God! So we steered with. I mean, I need to end the stream, but with an add to categories switch, then when adding a transaction, there's a drop down to choose between these categories. So yeah, so the main idea is that we can fork this thing and with answers when I finish writing it. So this is 5390. Answer 53 to the next questions. So this thing, okay, this GPT 5.5 has asked me 90 questions in order to be able to write down this app, you know. And yeah, and so I think that it's clarifying whatever I have defined here. And then what dashboard should appear, this and that. Should users be able to export this and that? Yeah, as I say, I have to go on to carry on with this, but this would be the next video. You know what I mean? So that's going to be all for today. So thank you very much. Bye.